Keep it like that.
Hey guys, this is Zeta from Team Detectives, about to bring you a deck profile on Ice Barriers. This deck's very slow and it's very ancient. Let's go ahead and get started on it. I play 2 Genitalia. This card you want on board 24/7. If you do not search out for him, the duel will be over very fast. What he does is basically Monster Reborn. He keeps bringing back your Ice Barrier so you can keep doing your plays. So, you really want to keep him on board. Second monster I play, Medium. Medium is basically Shogun of the 6th Saiyan. Your opponent can only activate one spell or trap card once that turn. So, someone activate Mirror Force or something like that, can't activate anything else. Second monster I play is General Raiha. Raiha, basically what he does, anytime a monster effect is activated, they have to discard a card to resolve it. So if you're playing against Cosmos or anything like that, as they have to discard to activate it. Without that, their effects are negated. I also play 2 Daisoji. Daisoji, basically he saves you from Raigeki Dark Hole. As long as this card stays on board, they can't do anything to you. Raigeki, anything. Torrential, they're basically done. Now, let's start on the level 4s. For the level 4 lineup, I play 2 Dancer. Dancer is basically Giant Tooned, but you have to reveal Ice Barriers to bounce them. And other than that, she's really just a really good 17 beat stick. So just 2 of that. And the next level 4, I play 3 Strategists. Right now I'm testing it, but right now 3 is pretty good. Basically what this card does is discard Ice Barrier to draw a card. I know it doesn't sound very good, but with this deck, drawing power is just about everything. So you really want to play 3 of that. Now let's go on to level 3s. For level 3s, I play 2 Shock Troop. Shock Troop, basically he tributes to destroy another water monster on the field so you can search out for another Ice Barrier. That doesn't sound good, but as long as you really have Daisoji on the field, you're basically fine. Another level 3 I play is 3 Defender. 3 Defender is Defender. Basically what he does is basically Messenger of Peace. If you don't know what that does, basically anything higher than his defense, which is 16, they cannot declare an attack. So when you have this on field and Daisoji, it's really hard to get over. Level 2s I play 2 Chimera. Basically what this card does is any level 4 or higher monsters they cannot declare an attack. But you have to have another face-up Ice Barrier on the field to resolve this. Another level 2s I play 3 Briar. Basically, this is basically tribute to bring back. This card's very good. If any time that you get rid of an Ice Barrier because of a strategist, you can use this card to bring it back for free. Last monster I play Sacred Guard. The reason why I play this card is because there's a lot of cards that target today, and I thought it'd be really cool to really have this and not get targeted by BLS, Dark Armed, or any of the Cosmos that might target. And you really don't want to use Prior when you're going to go into your traditional play, because you'd rather have this in hand than anything than have it gone. On to the spells, I play 3 Medallion. 3 Medallions is basically a searcher, it's basically Rhoda. You really just want to play 3 of that so you can search out any Ice Barrier you need, and this searches out any Ice Barrier regardless of the level. Next card I play of spells is 3 Messenger of Peace. Messenger of Peace basically works like the dog, basically, and it's just a really good card to have just in case you don't open up really good. So you probably want to play 3 of that. Next spell card I play is 2 Salvage. This card's very good in this deck. When you have this and Shock Troop engraved, you can basically add them back easily and keep using their effects all over again. Next spell card is 2 Magical Triangle. Basically what this card does, it reveals 3 Ice Barrier in hand and destroys on the card on the field and lets you special summon an Ice Barrier. So this card really helps when you have 3 or more Ice Barriers you can't summon. So activate, reveal 3, pop a card on the field, and you get to special summon. So it's really good. I play the Instant Fusion for the Nodin. It's alright, but right now I'm really testing it, but right now it's pretty good so far. For the traps I play, 3 Call the Haunted. Now this card, I mean, it's really good in this deck because all you have to do is play Tiger and bounce them back, and you get to reset them all over again. This really helps with the Trishula loops. Next trap card I play is 2 Phoenix Chain. You really want a negation card just because there's too many cards, effects that work nowadays, and you really want something to negate something. I chose Phoenix Chain over Breakthrough Skill because I get to bounce it back with Tiger, and I keep using Phoenix Chain over again. Next 2 trap cards I play are 2 Mirror Forces. Today's meta, you want to get all monsters on board so you can attack and do some damage. And then my last trap card I play is Solemn Warning. Solemn Warning, well, pays 2,000 in negates and is really just a main deck card. That's it for the traps and monsters and spells. Let's go on to the extra deck. I play 1 Trishula. This is Ice Barrier, so you really want to play this. I play 1 Thought Ruler. This card, basically what he does, he attacks a monster, and when he destroys it, you gain what attack points what the monster have in life points. Anytime a spell tracker targets this card, you can pay 1,000 and negate it. So he's really good. Next level A play is Stardust Spark Dragon. What he does is he gets to activate his effect, target himself or target another card on the field that's monsters, and he gets to save it once per turn against battle or spell and trap cards. So it's pretty good. And since this is the Ice Barrier deck, I play the 1 Gungnir. Gungnir is a really good card. You get to discard 2 and destroy up to 2 cards. It's really good against decks that just set too much spell and trap cards, so he's really good against most decks. Psyframe Zeta. Really what he does is he gets to tribute himself to banish a monster on the field that will special summon. Is really good against a deck that special summons way too much and you need to get something on board. He's really good, and he comes back on your standby, not theirs, so he's really good. I play 1 Moonlight Black Rose. What she does is when she summons, she gets to bounce back a level 5 or higher monster that's been special summoned, or a special summon monster in general. This is a really good card against a deck that special summons level 5 or higher or exceeds. It's a really good card. My next level 7, I played 2 Black Rose. Sometimes you really just need to get away that one monster that's on the field that you just can't get over. Black Rose will take care of the job and destroy the entire board for you. It's really nice. For my level 6, I play 1 Goyo. Just in case you need a monster you need to take to get your Trishula to play off, it's really good. I play the 1 Tiger of the Ice Barriers. He is the monster you really need on board half of the time. You want to bounce back Trish and all the Call Hunters you can, and you really just want to swing over with him so you can get all the attack points. He's really good when it comes to the Trish loop. You always want to either want him in the extra deck all the time or you want him in the grave all the time. I play the 1 Goyo Chaser. Right now I'm testing this. It's probably not going to stay in the deck for long, but I mean, I needed a level 5, and he was just a good level 5 just because I'm playing a lot of Goyo cards. And for Exceeds, I play 1-on-1, take monsters that need to be taken sometimes. Another one I play is Castel, just in case there's a card on the field that I need to get rid of. And I play the Cowboy, just to end the game when I need it to, when I need to push a little bit harder. And I also play the Nodin. Nodin's pretty good in today's meta. I mean, it's basically main deck. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do the Trishula loop off. Deck is, you want to make sure you either have 1 Call the Haunted, and you at least want to have this, 1 Genitalia, 1 Daisoji. You always want him on the field all the time. And anytime you want to do this loop, you always have to keep him, make sure you keep bringing him back. He will protect you between all the monsters and then all the attack points. In my opinion, you should always bring him back afterwards on the end phase, just so opponent can't target you. Just because Daisoji's on the field and Defender's on the field doesn't mean you're protected from anything. Because you gotta remember, there's still 101, Castel, stuff that targets you. So you always want to keep bringing him back after you bring back Defender. If you have Messenger of Peace on field, for instance, and you don't have him, you want to bring him back. And when you get that last monster off, Call the Haunted, Special Back Strategist, and you could synchro to make Trish. And anytime you also get out Trish, afterwards you really want to get him on the field quickly as possible. Get him off the field as quickly as possible. So you will want to either special summon Defender or Shock Troop. So you can go into your 6 play and special summon the Tiger. Where is he? Which is right there. And anytime you do that, you want to bounce back at least Trish and one of the Call of the Haunted, or if you have 2 Call of the Haunted and 1 Phoenix Chain, you want to bounce all those back to make sure that you keep doing the Trish loop over and over again. Now, after that, you also want to remember is that you cannot pull off the Trish loop without getting rid of Tiger at the same time. So after you're done doing Tiger Swing on your end phase, you most likely try to get back Defender first, just so you're protected if you don't have Messenger of Peace. And then, if you really want to get this off the field fast, you activate one of your Call the Haunted, especially back Shock Troop. And since Shock Troops are fed to Tribute himself, destroy Tiger, you get to search out for Ice Barrier, and plus it gets that card off the field, so you get a search, and you get rid of Tiger, so you can get ready for your Trish loop. But don't forget to bounce back the Call the Haunted after you use it. So, this has been a deck profile on the Ice Barriers, and I hope you guys have a nice day.